All right, welcome back to Iowa City's, or Ames Cyclones. It's going to be might be a little hard to hear tonight. Student section right in front of us. Spelling something. I'm not sure what they were spelling. Getting ready to start them off here. Starting off, Caldwell, Buchan, Loeb. Rowan Harn as your defenseman. It'll definitely be an interesting night. "17 minutes on the board, getting ready to start them up here. Buchan comes away with it. He's going to drive it into the zone, into the corner, around behind Cyclones Tendy. Up to Harn. Harn fires one. Shot deflected off a glove, right down to the ice surface. They'll put a glove over top. Get a face-off to Cyclones, Tender's left. Buchan takes control once again. Finds Harn. Harn, quick move. Sends it down back below the goal line. Caldwell chases on the far side. Cyclones out. Back the other way for Caldwell. Loeb kicks it up to the point. Buchan tries to send one in. Loeb centering pass. That ends up on the side of the net.
On it. He's better than me.
Nice. Good job, man. Good job, buddy. Got a new timekeeper. What's his name? Owen, the new timekeeper for the Waterloo Warriors. Racy pushes it to the far side. Reicherts takes over. Takes a look out front. Has Racy. Reicherts tries to step through the defense. Can't quite get there. Through the slot. Pressure for Reicherts. Kahui chases to the far side. Off the linesman and out. Into the zone. Paulson takes a look, drops it for Crawford. And around. Tompkins catches a weird edge, and Kahui gets a clear. Shot on net for Cyclones. Up to Reicherts, off of Reicherts to Kahui. Kahui has it tied up in his skates. Back across, Kahui caught inside the zone. Waterloo steps in off sides. Lot of chaos down below. Coots wins it back. Iverson chips it in deep. Bushbaum will chase. Coots pulls away, shot off a pad. Lets out a rebound. Icing should be called here. And is back into the Cyclone zone. Coots, Bushbaum, and Hill. Bushbaum kicks it to the close boards. Cyclones up clear. Not enough on it. Harn steps in the way. Pushed it through. That was a travel all the way to the Cyclones net. Coots upended on the play. Deep in the slot. Harn steps around. Hild slides in. Harn still working in the corner. Harn tries to drag it around the forward. Ames back the other way. Loeb with a big shot. Blocker save. Back the other way. Caldwell with a big hit. In the high slot. Buchan chips it in. That one's going to be just behind. No clear. Loeb tries to send one towards the net. I think that might have been deflected. Nobody in front. Buchan swings around. Short angle shot. Or a shot from the point, or from the dot rather. Buried in the chest of the Cyclones goalie. Caldwell set to take the draw. To the far side. Buchan almost had it. Caldwell looking for a big hit. Rowe sends him to the boards. Buchan around behind his own tender. Off the boards and around. Carter Buchan up and through. Tries to get around. Has it poked off of his stick. Caldwell ties it up before he gets out of the zone. Buchan. Blind shot. And Buchan's going to go for two. Right? Cale Buchan takes two for roughing. Referee having a chat with Coach Sweer. Waterloo on a PK. Paulson's going to walk through. Has his pocket picked by Caldwell. Harn will clear it. Racy's got some room. Pushed around by the defense of Ames. Caldwell with some pressure. Crawford will bring it back in. Walks around and through. Shucked away by Harn. And cleared by the Waterloo defense. Reicherts with some pressure. Racy to the far side. Tompkins trying to get a stick on it. To the point, down to the behind the goal line once again. Centering pass and cleared once again by the Waterloo defense. And Wolves be even strength for the next minute and a half. Caldwell takes a big fall. Roughing call on number 6. Didn't get a number. 35 seconds left to go. Waterloo be on a power play in about a minute and a half. Four on four for the next 30. Buchan, Harn, Racy, and Caldwell. Caldwell almost had it picked. Racy dislodges it. Up to Harn. Harn's got Buchan breaking with him on the far side. Buchan walks through. And they'll clear. Icing should be called. And is. The other Buchan now going for holding. I didn't see that. I have no idea. Holding. Oh, one Buchan goes in, the other Buchan comes out. That's the kind of refereeing we're going to get tonight. One back and tied up. Caldwell's going to bring it out of the zone. Has Cale Buchan coming out. No way! The puck was clearly over the zone. They call. He must have called icing. He just came out. We were 4-on-4. Caldwell slides in, ties him up on defense. Buchan walks around in the slot, finds Caldwell. Caldwell wires one in, still loose. And they're both going to go. Coincidental Miners, no love lost here tonight. Oh, no, we're not on a power play. Sorry about that. We're not on a power play. We're skating 4-on-4, Coincidental Miners. Ames wins it out. They're going to bring it all the way in. Rowe gets a pick. Harn will take it around to his own side. Harn loses the puck. Buchan chips it loose and around. Tied up on the midboards. Wow, that's another high hit. Offsides. Still 4-on-4 hockey. Waterloo actually be on a penalty kill. Kahui sends it in deep. Cyclones will chase. Pressure by Reichert's up and out. Reichert's picks the pocket, intercepts a pass. They'll send. Kahui sends it back in below the goal line. Reichert's, I thought, was going to get there. Fleury brings it back across the blue line. Tompkins gets a body on him. Bumgar's standing in front. Pad save for Graveman. All the way to the end. Waterloo's penalty about to expire. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Inside the zone, Hild will chase. Centering pass, finds Bushbaum. Bushbaum, short angle shot. Off of pad, still in front. Cut. Wired in front, still loose. Puck still loose. Harn looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Tompkins. Tompkins tries to fire one. Up for Crawford. Tompkins takes it behind his own net. Hits the brakes. Finds Bushbaum. Bushbaum tries to tap it through. Nobody crashing. Odd bounce off of the stanchion. Hild looking to clear. Can't get it to go. Paulson through center ice. He didn't tip that, did he? Didn't think so. And Waterloo's going to go back on a power play. They don't realize that the penalty is on them, not us. Waterloo on a power play. There'll be a lot of penalties this game. They're running up stats. Like we got Buchan, Rasty, Caldwell, and Harn for your first shift of the power play. Rasty wins it back. Harn and Caldwell will chase. Harn walks across. Caldwell steps in, makes a couple moves out front, looking for somebody to. Buchan below the goal line finds Caldwell. Sauce pass for Buchan. He gloves it down to Harn. Harn back to Buchan. Puck standing up. Buchan regains control. Down to Carter below the goal line. To Caldwell. Slide in there, Kale. Kale walks up to the slot. All the way around. Short angle shot. That one's going to come outside the zone. No, Harn's going to hold it. Finds Buchan on the far side. Can't get it wound up. Rasty back to Buchan. Up to Caldwell. Caldwell gets a skate on it. Looking for the other Buchan, and they'll send it length of the ice. Tompkins brings it up. Cut off on his drive out. Wow. What an elbow. Coots trying to send it in deep. Couldn't get enough on it. I don't care if you run your mouth, do whatever you got to do, but I'm not going to listen to that, and it's not going to be on my live stream. You're on my live stream. You can't swear. Please don't swear. Thank you.
Just don't interact with them.
I
know.
You're just You just go sit down too. Five-on-five hockey. 3 minutes left to go in the period. Waterloo actually dominating shots on net. I'm sure it's kids from the high school or whatever coming to watch their friends, but regardless. Carter Buchan walks in. Shot to the chest protector. He's going to hold on. 10 shots on net. Ames fans, student section getting talked to. Appreciate that. Parents stepping in. Buchan fans on another shot. Hurrying back. Centering pass. Tipped just wide. Paulson walks in. Shucked aside by Caldwell. 3 minutes left to go. Buchan can't gather it in on the far side. Caldwell slides over it. Into the slot. Wires one. Blocker save. Glove save. Still loose. Buchan tries to clear. Travels just wide. Somebody needs to get in there. That one's going to be deflected up in the protected netting at the end of the boards. Face off on the far side, or the close boards rather. Left side of Graveman. Right side of Graveman. One towards the net, I believe, by Cyclones. Rose got him pinned against the boards. Racy steps in to help out, goes down. Harm picks it up. He's got Rikers breaking through center ice. Can't get a pass to him. Outside the zone. Still trying to kick it loose. Racy sends it towards the blue line of Ames. Patty cake in the neutral zone. Harn retreats a little bit into his own zone. Crawford, a lot of pressure on the forecheck. To Reichertz. Reichertz across the blue line. Fires one. Paddle to the far corner. Kahui keeps it down low. Reichertz steps in. Reichertz working into the slot. Shut down. That one will go all the way down for icing. Back to the Ames zone. Caldwell wins it across. Carter Buchan wires one through, deflected into the corner. Cale Buchan walks through the dot, steps around, has it picked off of his stick. Fleury back the other way. Offsides. Last minute pass by Fleury. Keeps it outside the zone. 1:13 left to go. Owen doing a fabulous job of keeping time today. We're a little bit off. That's okay for how old are you? 5. Great job by Owen. 5 years old, running the game clock today. Looking for Buchan. Ow, had Caldwell breaking, couldn't gather it up. Into the slot, Graveman gets a paddle on it. Loeb picks the pocket over to Caldwell. Caldwell won the beats. Top corner, Logan Caldwell over the left shoulder, glove side. Puts Waterloo up 1-0. Racy set to take the draw. Wins it back to Harn. 45 seconds left in the first period. Kahui stood up just before he can get into the zone. Tracks it down, a lot of forechecking, gains control, puts it below the goal line. Reichert steps in to help out. D to D pass, and the Cyclones will clear. Deflected up into the zone, or up into the player bench by Kahui. 23 seconds left to go. First period. Racy Reichert's Kahui. Harn sends it, tries to get it in. Gets a stick on it, pushes it to the boards. Centering pass. Kahui works it to the outside and out. Reichert doesn't have quite enough speed to gather it back up. He's going to send it in. That's going to be into the player bench of the Cyclones. 3 seconds left to go. Get a slashing. Waterloo back on the PK. All the way back in the Waterloo zone. 3 seconds left to go. Siler Kahui takes a slashing penalty. I didn't see it. Was it after? It must have been after the play. Caldwell ties it up, pushes it to the inboards, and that'll do it for your first period. Waterloo up by 1. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with a fresh sheet of ice after the break. Back at Ames Ice Arena. Getting ready to start up second period here. Waterloo's going to start on a penalty kill. Looks like Kahui might have taken a 2 and a 10 at the end of the period. 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct. Kale looks to send it in deep, catches a Caldwell, lots of pressure behind the net. Buchan looking to pick a pocket as well. Have to retreat. Cross ice pass for Ames. Walks down below. Rowe pins him against the boards. Takes a reverse hit, goes down. Looks out front, and that one's going to clear the zone. Not sure who got the stick on that to get it out. Ames retreats. Deflection by Caldwell. Cross ice pass. Buchan's not quite going to get there. Ames brings it in. They'll pull up at the point. Into the slot. Deflected by Harn. Another stick on it deflected. Harn's going to send that one the length of the ice. Racy will chase. He's going to pit. Racy gets to it. He'll bring it outside the zone. Reichertz will have to retreat. Up through the neutral zone. Missed pass. Buchan will send it the length. Into the corner. Reichertz will forecheck once again. He'll stop at the hash marks. Ames back the other way. Cut off by Caldwell and Reichertz. Waterloo back to 5-on-5. Into the slot. Caldwell walks around. 2 goals for Logan Caldwell. Logan Caldwell finds the back of the net again. Five-year-old Owen is on it with the scoreboard. Give me 5, dude. 5 up here, buddy. Nice work. Logan Caldwell, second goal of the night. Waterloo up 2-0. Buchan's going to push it through. He'll take it all the way around behind the net. Leaves it for Loeb. Caldwell steps back in. Buchan down to Loeb. Loeb centering pass. Doesn't connect with Caldwell. I thought he called icing. Pass to the midboards deflected, up and out. That one's going to be gloved down by a Cyclones defenseman. He'll shovel it back in deep. Carter Buchan chases behind the goal line. He's going to send it up and out. Tipped again by the defenseman. Buchan and Caldwell both looking for it. Buchan pushes it up. Walks in. Shot deflected off the in glass. Right in front of the net. Caldwell looking for 3. Ames Tendy gets a glove on it to stop the chaos in front. Yep, 3 periods. Yep. If we're up 2-0 at the end of the second, I wish we'd only play 2.
Yeah, right.
Wired in from the point. Dropped for Racy. Racy can't hold on to it. Into the corner. He'll come back away with it. Centering pass in front. Coots! Kellen Coots gets the 3rd goal of the night. Ames Tender is not looking so hot. Looking to the bench maybe for a reprieve. That's Kellen Coots with the goal. Rasty pushes it through, caught up in the pads of Ames player. Harn cuts it off before it gets to Graveman. That one's going to come out of the zone. Rasty charging for it, misplayed by Fleury. Chipped up, that one's going to stay in the zone. Reichertz kicks it to the sideboards. Rasty catches an edge and goes down. Back up to the point, Harn holds his own. Kicks it back down below, hard wrap. Iverson can't quite get there. Bats it, tries to bat it down. Caldwell chips it in deep. Buchan will chase. Tied up on the far side. Buchan will come away with it. Loeb holds the zone. Buchan comes away with it. Shot to the inboards. Leaves it for Caldwell. Caldwell gets there, chips it around. Cyclones send it the length of the ice back into the Cyclone zone. Shots on goal, 17 for Waterloo and 6 for the Cyclones tonight so far. 12 and a half left to go in the second. Rasty set to take the draw. Pushes it to the far side. Buchan sends it towards the net. Rasty wins it back again. Buchan walks the line, sends another one in. Quality shots on goal, looking for rebounds. Got to get somebody to this far side. It's coming this way. Rasty to the far side. Hard wrap for Ames. Rowe tries to shut it off. Sends it back in. Clears. Rasty's charging for it into the corner. Bushbaum holds on to it. Looking out front for Hild. Hild's got a spot established. Like we might have had a couple extra sticks in there. Bushbaum trying to get to it. Pass to his skates. Ames will clear it. Offsides, almost chipped into the Cyclone bench. Buchan steps around, chips it up through the neutral zone. Bushbaum will chase. To the inboards. Rose sends it in. Buchan will chase it to the far side. Loeb fires one in. Rebound. Caldwell picks it up. Had Loeb breaking in through the middle, through the slot. Connected it, but Loeb couldn't get a shot off. Buchan looking for his brother. Slipped in just a little bit too far. Gathers it back up. Tries to send it back outside the zone. Carter working the skates through. Caldwell back through the neutral zone. Looks like he might have had it poked off of his stick. Cyclones back the other way. Sent in across the crease. Nobody got a stick on that one. Into the corner. Cyclones take over. Cross ice pass. Can't hold on to a hot pass. Going to come back up to the point. Buchan looking for a deflection on the pass. Kicks it out. Can't get to it to gather it up. Just outside the zone. Loeb kicks it back in. Cross ice pass for Ames. That one's going to be chipped down low. Held behind the. Ooh. Buchan centered it up. Nobody there. Harn off the boards. Looking for Reichertz. No icing. Reichertz pinned. Racy's there to help out. Puck buried. Racy will come away with it to the far side, has Iverson up top. Pushes it down to Coots. Coots with a wraparound, can't get there. Racy's going to rifle one in. Cyclones Tendy gets it in his glove and holds on. So we got Hall, Bushbaum, Hild, Iverson, and Buchan. Back to Buchan. Buchan rifles one. Ames will take over, back across the red line. Drop into the zone. Iverson tries to push him out. Pass through the crease, doesn't connect. Buchan chips it out. No icing. Not going to have enough steam to get there. Almost picked off by Hall. Buchan can't quite hold the zone. Over to Iverson. Iverson will take a look. Sends it towards the blue line. Carter sends it in below the net. Cyclones back the other way through center ice. They're going to chip it in deep. Iverson's got one charging hard. Harn looking for somewhere to go that has it deflected. Caldwell behind his own net. Up to Buchan. Buchan's got some room to skate off the boards. Shot deflected off some pads. Shot from Rowe. Pad save. Got a paddle on it. He'll hold on. .803 left in the second. Coots up to the point for Rowe. Rowe can't quite hold the zone. My opinion, needs to hold on to that just a little bit longer. Let everybody clear before he sends it in. Just outside the Cyclones blue line. Racy wins it back. Rose sends it in deep. Soft wrap. Reichert's going to get there. Almost picked it. Racy walks through, chips it to the corner. Reichert's trying to find somebody out front. Charging for it. Rose going to hit the brakes to go back the other way. Lose control for a second. Into the slot. Shot. Off of the inside of his pad. Wrapped it through. Cyclones score their first goal. Not a hard shot, but just wasn't enough. Got past the paddle and caught the inside of a pad, and unfortunately behind the goal line. Buchan pushes it through. Shot, the glove saved by Graveman. Ames wins it back. Trying to pick it up, stuck in the neutrals, or stuck in the slot. Loeb sends it back around. Over to Cale Buchan. Cale works to the middle. Taken out of the play. Cale upended by 2. Couldn't quite split the defense. One back. Buchan wires one in. Big rebound let out. Kale to the corner. Buchan kicks it to the corner, looking for somebody out front. Into the crease. Loeb tied up, couldn't get any closer to it. Tied up by 2 in the front. Coots, Racy, Reicherts. Coots down to Reicherts. Reicherts looking for somebody out front. Nobody there. Works around. Reicherts and Racy will play catch. Reicherts has it knocked off his stick. Harn back to Reicherts below the goal line. Looking for somebody in front. Deflected by a couple of sticks. Pushed down back into the corner. Reicherts is there. Once again, nobody in front. Reicherts catches 2. Puck still loose in front. Ames will come away with it, but not for long. Kick to the far boards for Coots. Coots will touch it past a couple. He's going to walk into the slot. Can't get a shot off. Racy works through. Rolls off of his stick. Chips it around the inboards. Shot, pad, save. Caldwell steps through, had Harn breaking through, couldn't get a pass to him. Up to the point for Iverson. Iverson sends one just wide. Buchan gathers it up, sends it back below the goal line. Caldwell's there to pick it up. Wow, big slash in the corner. Harn walks the line, deflected in front. Iverson tries to send one through. Knocked down. That's offsides. That should be out. Finds Buchan on a break. Has Caldwell with him. Gets a pass back to Caldwell. Caldwell takes a look. Had Loeb out front. Carter Buchan sends one wide. Rowe can't gather it up. Crawford will bring it across the goal line, or the blue line. Through the goal line and into the glove of Graveman. Face-off will be to the right. Four and a half left in the second. Waterloo still up by 2. Racy wins it back. Hard wrap for Buchan. Hild rather picks it up. I thought that was Buchan. Tries to chip it out. Touch pass for Borat. Borat tries to walk through. Bushbaum chips it up, and that's going to be into the Ames bench. Bushbaum taken out of the play. Looks like he might have a few words. Racy wins another one back. Rowe tied up after the faceoff. Hard wrap down and around. Racy will pick it up. Clearing attempt. That one's going to be icing on the far side. Face off back to the right of Graveman. Caldwell wins it back. Harn will pick it up below the goal line. Hard wrap looking for Buchan. Buchan chips it past. Caldwell's racing for it. Buchan breaks to the net. Up to Harn. Harn will walk the line. He's going to send it in. Not sure if that was deflected in front. Bouncing puck goes through. Buchan chips it back below the goal line. Up to Harn once again. Harn sends it in, looking for a deflection from Buchan. Travels to the inboards. Tompkins holds the zone. Buchan and Tompkins working the midboards. Buchan trying to dig it out of there. Comes away with it. Ames back the other way. He'll send it in deep. One charging. Harn comes away with it. Up to Buchan. Buchan sends it a little bit further to the red line. Buchan intercepts the pass. What a pass by Buchan to find Racy on the far side. Racy couldn't bury it. Another chip by Racy into the glove of the Ames Tendy. A lot of work by this Warrior team tonight. .2:15 left to go in the second. I like to see the quick changes. I think that's what's keeping us in it. Lot of fresh legs. Hill trying to hold his own. Has his pocket picked. 3-on-2. They got to hurry back. Into the high slot. Shot deflected up into the netting. Not sure who got the deflection on that. That's going to stay inside the Waterloo zone to the left of Graveman. Extension pass looking for Buchan. Is he not going to get there in time? So close. Caldwell wins it through. Hard wrap. Cross-ice pass in alone. Up over the shoulder. Not sure where the defenseman had gone. Left board all alone. Sends it right in. Rowe chips it loose. Racy will pick it up. Tries to step around. Waterloo will clear it. Just over a minute left in the period. Rowe pulls up behind his own net. That could have been boarding. Graveman gets a stick on it, tries to push it out. Reichertz gets a stick on it. In any other arena, that's a penalty. It's going to be a free-for-all here in a second if they don't start reeling this in. Racy off the boards, finds Coots. That's going to travel right to the net. 30 seconds left to go. That one's going to come to the right of the Cyclones tender. Iverson, Buchan, Caldwell, and Loeb. 1 through. Buchan chips it up, finds Caldwell. Iverson trying to find Caldwell once again. Borda walk in. Knocked off of the stick by Loeb. We'll send that one around for Buchan. Buchan trying to get there, chips it out. Buchan. Shot, glove save. Caldwell and Paulson have some words. Buchan's back in the box. Buchan and Paulson, rather. Looks like we're going to get coincidental minors. We'll skate 5-on-5 hockey. Harn, Iverson, Coots, Rasty, and Reichertz. That'll do it for the second period. Tempers flaring. It's going to get worse before it gets better if the referees don't start calling more stuff. We'll be back in about 15. Catch third period. Take a quick second here and go over our franchise sponsors for the 25-26 season. West High Athletic Booster Club, Farm Bureau Financial, Taylor Zimmerman, Iowa Metal Recycling, Linda Gienow, Lindgren Glass, Pratt's Pest Control, Standard Distribution, Tina Miller Woodsmall, Dennis and Elaine Loeb, Loeb Farms, Pat Kinsinger, B&D Drywall, Southridge Dental, Dan and Lisa Putbreeze, Marilyn Payne, Tracy Putbreeze, Five Seasons Tire, MC Inc., American Pattern and CNC Works, Spire Motorsports LLC, Natural Glow, Kurt Gross, AA Management, Jeff and Pam Coots, Dolores White, Roger and Sandy Schoonover, Ronan Industries, KCH Properties, Highway 63 Diner, Jerry and Judy Buchan, Race D Appraisals Incorporated, Race D Rentals, and Community Chevrolet of Cedar Falls. Appreciate your support for the 25-26 season. Get back to some hockey here in just a little bit. Got a fresh sheet of ice. Looks like it might still be a little wet. Referees just coming back out. Cyclones players coming back out. Warriors players coming back out. 17 minutes of battle left to go, and it has definitely been a battle for both teams tonight. Waterloo with a commanding 24 shots on goal to 10. Unfortunately, 2 of those 10 shots have found their way past Lincoln Graveman. Hopefully Waterloo comes away with a couple more goals and a W tonight. Keep the pressure up. Keep skating hard. Caldwell sets safe draw, pushes it through. Rowe gathers it up to the red line, trying to push it through. Cyclones come away with it. Cross center ice. Loeb gets a stick on it. Arnold chase. He'll send it around for Rowe. Push it up to the point. Shot comes in, travels just wide. Cross ice pass will exit the zone. Cyclones will have to retreat. Caldwell intercepts the pass, sends it in deep, and looks like Rowe's going to chase it. Another cross ice pass finds its way to Buchan's stick. Wow, that was up in his face. No call. A lot of high hits. Didn't realize this was, it looks like Tier 2 hockey. Every hit comes up into your face mask. Racy wins it back. Iverson had to slide just under his stick down. Reichertz can't hold on to a hot pass coming through. Chipped around Racy. Cyclones send it in deep. Iverson behind the goal line, below the goal line rather, finds Coots. Coots looking for Racy on a quick between the legs pass. Can't gather it up. Tompkins starts off behind his own net, rolls just off of his stick. Looking for a pass. Luckily, Iverson got a stick on it. Reichert's looking to chip it around. Pushes it deeper into the zone. Taken back by Fleury. Flory. Reichert's off the inboards. Has Caldwell traveling through the zone. Shot off the side of the net. Caldwell trying to gather it up. Sends it back in deep. Harn holds his own. Caldwell forecheck through into the skates of Loeb. Kicks it into the corner. Buchan will come away with it. Up to Harn. Harn takes a look. Down to Caldwell. Caldwell fires one. Blocker save. Ends up behind the net. Loeb's going to have to move some feet to get there. That one, they'll be icing back into the Cyclone zone. 14 and a half left to go in the third. Tompkins, Buchan, Kahui, Bushbaum, and Hill on the far side. Cyclones win it back. Kahui taken out of the play. They tried to get a centering pass. Or actually, Hill, that was Hill taken out. Kahui gets a centering pass. Wraparound. Oh! Had an open net. Couldn't get it to tuck. Through the neutral zone. Carter Buchan will chase. Chips it up and around. Buchan with a head of steam. Pokes it around. Cyclones around from behind their net. Bounces over Tompkins. Buchan swipes it through. Kahui chips it, bounces off of Lulowitz. Looked like Loeb might have been hooked on there. He chips it just in the Cyclone zone off the blue line. Back the other way. Harn stops it just outside the blue line, or the red line rather. Tucks it around. Buchan looking for a. Caldwell comes away with it. A lot of fast-paced hockey. Shot off the face mask. Rowe trying to hold the zone, can't. Down behind Graveman. Harn sends it up and around. Doesn't clear. Harn once again. Luckily fanned on the pass. That was a travel outside the zone. Caldwell's in a foot race. Caldwell grabs it. Finds Buchan. Buchan just wide. Centering pass. Doesn't get through. Rowe kicks it to the side. Harn will pick it up below the goal line once again. Harn up to Loeb. Loeb will chip it in deep. Waterloo on a full shift change. Chipped into the far corner. Graveman gets a stick on it. Tompkins sends it around and out. Buchan with a head of steam. Pulls it through. Buchan with a big snipe. Beats him far side.
That's his kid.
That's my son.
Give him a high five.
High fives all the way around. Woo! Carter Buchan takes it coast to coast. Around two and dumps it in. Puts Waterloo back up by 2. Loeb, Caldwell, Buchan, and Tompkins. Caldwell pushes it through, trying to gather it up, can't. Buchan on a push. Tompkins going for a big hit, gets hit in reverse. Up to the point. Wired in, deflected twice. Tompkins sends it back below the goal line. Caldwell's there to pick it up. Looking for Buchan on a stretch pass. Caldwell back the other way. They're going to clear it. No icing. Buchan will have to get there. Buchan tips it away. A lot of breakdown, couple bodies in front. Into the slot, Loeb gets a stick on it. Breaks down the drive. Get a stick on it. Deflected up into the protective netting. I didn't step on you, did I, buddy? Okay. I was stepping on something, didn't know what it was. I'm moving, I'm like, there's something underneath me. I keep stepping on it. And then I saw him down there. I was like, oh, that must be, I hope that's not fingers. Cyclones win it through. Shot comes in. Blocker save for Graveman. Rowe chips it to the half wall. Reichertz exits the zone. Across the red line. Chips it in. Soft around. Looking for Coots. Coots drives a man into the boards. Reichertz comes away with a short angle shot off the face mask. And in. Right. Rebound. Racy tucks it away. 5-2. 5-2. Waterloo Warriors have definitely set a precedence. Ten minutes left to go in the third. Kahui wins it to the far side. Hild sends it in deep. Around the backside, Bushbaum will chase it to the corner. He'll meet a little bit of resistance. They're going to Cyclones back around the other way behind the net. Rowe almost had it picked. It's going to be a foot race, no icing. Centering pass doesn't get through. Bushbaum can't gather it up. Down below the goal line. Harn's there to pick it up. Finds Hild. Big hit. Carter Buchan catches an edge as he comes out of the box. I'm not sure what the heck that was.
The puck got right in his feet as he was coming out.
As long as he doesn't have the puck in his feet in front of the net. Tompkins chips one up and out. Cross ice pass and back. Cyclones defense stuck at the blue line. Exiting pass intercepted by Kahui. Kahui's got a little bit of room. Driven to the boards hard. That's going to be a penalty for. That should be a 2 and a 10. At least a 2 and a 10. Boarding, head contact, checking from behind. Yep. Let's see what they call 2 and a 10, checking from behind. Waterloo on a power play. That could almost been a 5-minute major. That was he came from way across. That was brutal.
They did give him a 2 and a 10.
Yeah. Should have been a 5. Should have been a 5 and a 10 in my opinion, because he skated from clear across the surface. Caldwell, Buchan, Racy, and Harn. Caldwell trying to settle it down. He'll walk the line into the high slot over to Harn. Harn will walk in. Down to the bottom for Buchan. To Racy, to Buchan. And another goal. Goal for Cale Buchan. Cale Buchan with a one-timer from Caldwell. Or was that from Buchan? That might have been from Buchan on the backside. I couldn't tell. I wasn't sure who dropped that. .8:43 left to go. Waterloo now up by 4. Hopefully Ames doesn't get a little froggy here and start to play a little unconventional hockey. Loeb chips it around, tries to get to it. Buchan will take it into the slot. Back out. Caldwell couldn't get a stick on it. Ames has actually changed goalies now. And Amesville clear. Rose sends it back in deep. That one's going to be into the protective netting. 2-minute delay of game penalty should be assessed on that one. But we're not in the NHL, so it'll just be on the face-off dot. Caldwell, Loeb, Buchan, and Tompkins. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Yeah, we're back to 5-on-5, right, for the goal? He just got a sit for 10. Caldwell trying to win it back. Ames will come away with it. Crawford across the red line. Shot, pad, save. Up to Caldwell. Caldwell up to Buchan. Can't connect the pass. No icing. Buchan will beat him to it. Pinned on the inboards. Looking for Caldwell. Can't connect the pass in the slot. Hard wrap by Tompkins. Loeb's there to pick it up in the corner. Back down to Buchan. To Loeb. Loeb. Caldwell one time. Just wide. Ames will clear. That one's going to be on net. No icing. Buchan chips it up out of the zone. Kale steps in, walks around. That is a dislodge off of his stick. Tries to send it below the goal line for Caldwell. And Graveman holds on. Reichert's, Rasty, Harn, Coots, and Rowe. Reichert's chips it loose. Back into the neutral zone. Harn will walk it up. Cross ice looking for Coots. Coots tries to send it towards the net. Hard wrap and out. That one's going to be icing. Back into the Ames zone. Kahui pushed it through. Ames trying to clear. Harn shuts down the exit attempt. Bushbaum to the far side. Poked loose. Chip just past Rowe. Harn will pick it up. That is 100% correct. Rose sends it in deep. Man, I hate that. I hate those line changes like that. Graveman comes up with a big pad save, kicked out of the zone by Kahui. He'll try to pick it back up to the boards. Kicks it through. Caldwell takes it in the slot. Finds Buchan breaking through with him. Back the other way. Nice touch by Carter Buchan. Can't quite gather it up. Graveman gloves it. Holds on. One rebound. And back to him. Loeb, Caldwell, Buchan, and Tompkins. One back by Ames. Shot off the pads of Caldwell. Chipped up and out of the zone. Caldwell trying to send it a little deeper. Cross ice. Looking for somebody over there. Buchan chips it back up and out. Kale picks it up just outside the line. Walks through. Nobody knows where it's at. Good save by, I don't know who that is. I didn't see a name. I didn't see a name on the other goalie either, so. Nice transition by the Ames Tendy. Oh, yep. The boys play. He plays on Team Midwest, I believe. Maybe alternate goalie for Team Midwest. Tied up on the faceoff. Ames is going to come away with it. Hall. A lot of pressure on the forecheck. Coots the same way. Harn shuts it down, sends it back into the zone. 4:41 left to go. We lose our timekeeper?
Yeah.
Buchan tries to send, or actually Rowe tries to send one in. Harn shuts down the drive. Looking in front, that was deflected up over top of, all the way through actually, across ice. Trying to poke it out of the zone. Racy couldn't get a stick on it. Rowe into the corner. Coots is there to shut it off. Hall back to the midboards. Looking to clear the zone. Into the slot. Poked off of the stick. Couldn't get a shot. That one's going to be chipped up by Rowe into the protective netting. Face off to the left of Graveman. Just under 4 to go. Ames wins it through, chipped up and through. Looked like it hit Caldwell in the back. That was going to be just off sides. Buchan looking for the puck, couldn't get it. Clearing attempt actually hit Logan Caldwell in the back. Looking for that extension pass. Face off just outside the Cyclone zone. Caldwell wins it back. Hard wrap for Tompkins. Loeb into the corner. Buchan sends it back in deep. Quick turn, Buchan pinned to the boards. He'll send it back below the goal line. Caldwell just overskated it. Caldwell picks it up, makes a spin move. Cyclones back the other way. Carter Buchan makes a grab for it. Graveman with a great save off the tip of his glove to keep it from going in behind him. Ames now starting to get a little froggy in the corner. Loeb with some good forechecking. Buchan trying to, no tip on that. Tompkins will chase. You're back. Icing on the Warriors. 2:37 left to go in the third. 30 shots on goal for Waterloo, 13 for the Cyclones. This just goes to show you that when this team wants to play, they can play. Coach Sweer having a little discussion with the referees. Bushbaum takes one out before he can get a shot off. Rowe right behind the goal line. Stops and takes a look. Hild kicks it out of the zone. Back the other way. Finds Kahui at center ice. Up and in. Brings Ames within 3 now. Bad bounce off of some shin pads. Looks like the two brothers have had scoring opportunities. I believe there's two brothers, Borat. I think one's a junior and one's maybe a freshman. Racy wins it back. sent up to center ice, stuck in the referee's skates. Reichert's trying to keep it out of the Warriors zone. Harn behind his own net. Tries to send it out, can't. Reichert's actually gets a pocket picked up to Coots. Coots keeps it in the zone. Ames travels a little bit deeper. Got to get some pressure on that. 1.5 left to go in the game. Rowe holds his own. Shot comes in. Pad save. Kicks it to the corner. Reichert's looking to intercept the pass. Shot on net. Sticked easily to the corner. Rowe up to Racy. Can't hold it. Can't catch the pass. Actually, that's Buchan out there again. Centering pass, kicked away by Buchan. Buchan will push it through. He'll just send it in the corner, looking for Racy. Racy takes a cross check, comes back up for Buchan. Centering pass. Tompkins will send it in deep. 41 seconds left to go. Caldwell chasing. Hard forecheck. Buchan picks it loose. Nobody can find it. Tompkins will send it back in and around. Carl steps out to play it. 20 seconds left to go. Caldwell looking for another score. Loeb trying to find Buchan, breaking towards the slot.
Can you hit that button? Yep, the Warriors won. Good job, buddy.
Good job, Warriors!
Made amends. That'll do it for the varsity game. Waterloo comes out on top 6-3. Back at home next weekend, Lincoln, Saturday and Sunday? Friday, Sunday. Unfortunately, I won't be there. Ben Coots, I believe, is going to take over for me. Ben Loeb will be running everything else. Or there may not be a feed. No, I'm sure they'll be able to take care of it. We will resume after that, back down here, I think, after that. And then a trip to Omaha on that same weekend. So thanks for tuning in. Awesome game tonight. Great win. We'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for tuning in tonight.